Hello, here to share what I really think of motherhood, of being a mom. The last time I did one of these videos where I just sat down and talked was, I guess, right before I had my baby, where I talked about what I really think about being pregnant. So it's been just over a year of having a child. He's now almost, math is bad, 15 months, which is crazy. I should have done this exactly at the year mark, but forgot. As you can see, I've been posting on both YouTube channels regularly lately, so I have been getting back into work. So mainly I don't want to work, but I have to. I mean, I do. I also I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I don't want to just have my son all day long, because right at the moment he went to daycare at around, I think it was like 10 months, I was like ready for that to happen, and I was relieved. And although I've gone back to work, I still find it hard. Like, I guess it's just a bit of like, you lose your focus and you go through an identity crisis. Obviously, if you're a mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And maybe, I'm not going to articulate your exact experience, but this is what's been going on with me. Overall, though, I'll say that I really have loved being a mom unexpectedly. Pretty much everything has surprised me at how... I don't want this. You're gonna hate me for saying this, but how much easier it actually is than what I thought it was gonna be like. Like, I made this out to be the worst thing one could ever choose to do. Of course, that's what I thought, and so I think I had very low expectations, and I have been pleasantly surprised. Often with big things like this, I usually do have very low expectations, which is really good because then I'm always kind of pleasantly surprised with what happens. So this would be one of those things. I'm eating my words, of course. I certainly didn't think I would enjoy it so much. I mean, I'm obsessed with my child. He's extremely cute, and I know I'm not showing y'all his face unless you're a member to my membership blog, Eat It by Hot for Food. They are seeing his face. So you can sign up to be a member if you really want. It's all the things everybody says, which is so annoying, because now I don't even want to say all the things, because you already know the things that everyone says. That you'll be obsessed with your child, and like, okay, not everyone feels that way, granted, because after I did talk about my fear of that not happening, I got a lot of feedback from y'all out there on that what I think of being pregnant video, where people said it did take them a while to connect with their child. So completely valid, that does happen. I had the opposite experience where it was kind of an immediate thing. The whole, like, the love you've never felt before, like all the cliche things everyone says. I guess they're not cliche, they're like truth. This is also like a weird video to record because I didn't really know what I was going to say. I just was like going to dump everything here, but also articulating these feelings is the hardest thing ever. Like, I don't know what to even say or how to articulate it. No words do it justice. This is so big. This is like the biggest, best thing that's ever happened in my life, and I cannot even speak to it because it feels like no words can describe it. So that's sort of like what people say when they're telling you to have a child. And like, I even know it's not okay to be that person that's like, you gotta have a kid, you gotta have a kid. But like, now that I've gone through what I've gone through, I feel like you gotta have a kid. Even though you're not supposed to say that. But like, I don't know, my life has been transformed by it. I didn't think I would be so good at being a mom, but like, I am good at it. I think all moms are good at it. I mean, we have a lot of instincts that just kick in, and I think maybe naturally we're nurturing. I know not everybody is, but I feel like, I don't know, I guess people used to say like the way you are with your pets, like that's how you're going to be with a child, and I guess that's kind of true. I have a voice that I do, obviously. I'm obsessed with his toes and his ears and like basically everything, and that's what I was like with Snickles and Stevie. I guess the thing that I didn't anticipate was that I would be a single mom. But we're co-parenting, so I didn't anticipate that entirely, although maybe I sort of did. But, I mean, that's a whole other thing I don't need to get into. But it's working out pretty well, I will say. Basically, it gives me forced time for myself, which is very good, and I think that if we were together as parents in the same house, I really don't think it would be as easy to have that time to myself as much as it is that it's like basically forced, because I give my son to his dad like 3 nights out of the week. And actually most weekends he's been getting him too. So I'm able to do stuff, and that has been a lifesaver. I've even gone on 2 getaway co-trips. So recently I was just away for 14, 15 days from him. And before that, 10 days. The first 10 days was very hard, but this second trip to Italy was not as hard. Because I knew what to expect, like those feelings of missing him and whatever. And my intention was to never be a mom that like never left the side of her child. For me, I definitely was, I am very, or it's very important to me to try to maintain my own identity to some degree. I can see that it is very challenging to do that, because you do get lost in your child and everything becomes about them. But my intention to hold, I guess, throughout these young years is to just not get lost in it as much as possible. It's still strange, like going back into working, like I know that I still have like something to share and something that I want to do, but I think there's like something going on that's like forcing me to sort of like transform and change what I do a little bit, and I don't know what that is. I don't think it's making baby food cookbooks or whatever. I know everybody says that, and I know I said I would never do a cookbook in the past, and then I did, and I said I wouldn't do all these things, and then I did. But I just feel like making something about motherhood and veganism just isn't really my calling, because that comes with a lot of like criticism, like that's like as niche as you could possibly be. And I don't know if I want to go down that road. It's certainly not calling to me. I have zero ambition to do that. I also have zero ambition. I'm not even sure what the hell I'm doing. So having a baby like takes a lot out of you. That's all I'll say. But I think I've managed very well, all things considered. A lot of life changes have happened in addition to just having a baby. Like, I can't even believe it. But I mean, that's why I go to therapy, so that I can process it there and not here on YouTube. But like, truthfully, hopefully you can tell, I mean, I am really good. I'm loving being a mom. I love my son to death. It's great that he's in daycare. He's happy. He's healthy. Like, what more could you ask for? Daycare is hella expensive. It's ridiculous. And yeah, you feel the pressure of finances when you have a child. So that was like the one thing I was scared of, and it's like starting to happen. All y'all feel me out there, families, inflation, everything. So that's something that's stressing me out, but I'm trying to just stay clear and focused and not go down a path of negative thinking regarding that stuff. But certainly is a reality as a parent. I heard Grimes say this in a clip from her on the Lex Friedman podcast, and she just said, like, it's so incredible to see consciousness like unfolding and evolving before you. And that's really it, is you're seeing this human being evolve and grow like day by day, like, and how they're learning and discovering, and I don't know, to me that's the craziest part. And it's crazy how much you think about, like, all I do is think about, like, what is he going to look like when he's like 15 and 18, and what's going to be like when he's an adult. Like, isn't it weird that I'm thinking that far in advance? It's very weird, because you just see this little human being and you can't even imagine that they're going to be like bigger. And he's growing by the day, and like it's just time and all that is very bizarre. So anyway, I guess this isn't that long of a video, and I didn't say anything too profound, but wanted to give you a little update on mom life over here. I guess the other thing is that, I mean, it's a serious role in your life, and it's the most important thing you'll ever do, but I'm trying not to take it so seriously. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty chill. Like, I think having this child later in my life, like at 40, was definitely a good idea for me, because I'm just a little more, in my body, here, present, focused, mature, emotionally intelligent, all these things. So I just feel like it's not as chaotic as I always imagined it would be, because first of all, you just do whatever you got to do. You don't even think about it. So it starts to become your new normal. So it's actually not that bizarre to think about it. Or it's not that bizarre to be doing the things you just never imagined yourself doing. You just do them. And you don't have time to think. You're just instinctual all of the time. all that to say is that, again, I thought I'd be very anxious and this type of thing, and I'm really not when it comes to being a mom and my child and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm proud of myself. And want to give you that update. So yeah, leave any kinds of questions, comments below. And I guess that's it. Go check out more videos on Hot for Food. I've been posting recipes and stuff. And the member blog link is below if you want to sign up for that. You get access to all the past content if you become an annual member. There are vlogs with my son, in addition to exclusive recipes and stuff like that. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.